Welcome to the Utah Football Fans Podcast. And if you are listening and not watching on YouTube, I do feel sorry for you because you're not seeing Gary's lovely get up. He just decided to dress up for
I
us.
think you look good.
To dress up for us tonight.
I'm looking good.
I actually like the hat a lot. I'm a big fan.
Isn't that nice?
It is nice. I like it.
Got my gold going.
Oh, okay. Welcome to the show, everybody. Everyone who's here in the chat. And even if you are listening or just watching later, please make sure you are subscribed to our YouTube channel and to anywhere that you listen to us on your podcast. Make sure you are subscribed. And with that, make sure you hit the notification button so that coming in the off season here, you're going to get notified anytime we go live or have a new episode because we are going to be doing stuff. So make sure.
Looking like a pimp.
Oh, well, there's going to be lots of comments.
Like Kramer.
Got to have a side job.
Yeah.
True. Anyways, make sure you're subscribed. Hit that like button. If you're here in the chat, please make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you're following us on Twitter, Instagram. I can't even. Everyone's loving your get up. They love it.
That's real, right?
That's real. I got $800,000 worth of bling on tonight.
Jeez, can you spread that wealth around?
Yeah, no kidding.
Don't waste
what
it
are we
on
doing?
the bling. Give it
This
to
is plastic.
give it to the
Oh,
podcast.
no. Pure gold right there.
Pure gold.
Man.
You imagine how much that would weigh? That was pure gold.
So you couldn't carry it around your neck.
It is always mind-boggling. Like you see guys wearing it. It's like that's got to weigh so much.
Solid plastic.
Solid
no.
plastic.
Oh, no.
Amy.
Look at that gold. Look at the gold in that.
You got to do it like this, though.
I did already.
It's like,
Oh, I missed it.
Okay.
See that gold?
Anyways,
Diamonds.
maybe we do want to thank our sponsor, Thomas
Oh yeah, let's get
Orthodontics.
going.
Maybe that's how you're affording this $800,000.
He's paying big money to get me on my bling.
Huge thank you to Thomas Orthodontics.
He's overpaying.
Please make sure you look him up at thomasortho.com. Does braces and the clear aligners. And hey, maybe you want to give the gift of straight teeth for the holidays.
That's actually a really good gift.
That would be an amazing gift. We love Dr. Thomas. Please look him up, thomasortho.com. And again, just one more reminder, make sure you are subscribed, following, liking, sharing, all the good stuff.
Yeah, how drunk is Cowboy Gary?
Not very.
Not yet anyways.
Not yet. Hold on.
Here he goes. Take that shot. And all right.
Did I spill on my bling?
Oh no. The regular season has come to an end. It's so weird.
I know. It's over. It's over.
Yeah.
It's a very strange feeling. I don't love it, but we ended on a
We
win.
are.
Yeah.
So
Let's go, Colorado.
let's go
Victory.
Colorado.
It's sweet. Come on, let's face it.
Well, yeah,
Let's
to
acknowledge
end-
it.
absolutely.
It's real sweet. In honor of all the trash that we received a number of weeks ago at the start of the season, when we gave predictions of how the teams would land and end up, we were called everything in the book.
I remember vividly.
We all remember vividly, which you probably have no idea.
I think
Attacked
there's a lot
pretty
of-
strongly
Some people
and
know.
said all sorts of things. So in honor of all that,
It went viral, Gary. People know what happened.
in honor of all that, I just thought I would go like this, as is the custom of the victor. The victor,
Uh-huh.
all the bling, the gold shades. I mean, they look good.
I like the
I
glasses.
like the shades. Yeah.
I like
They're
the
nice.
shades.
So hey,
He can't see out of
No,
them
he can't.
at all.
Like, I think that we're having to read what's going on because
I can't see
Can't
these are so
see
dark.
anything.
Can't see anything.
However, okay,
All right, down.
what's
down to
even more
business.
beautiful
Down to business.
is, look, we had our fifth string quarterback. Fifth string.
Fifth
He
string.
he threw the ball
It's-
10 times.
It's
Okay, 10
just
times.
Insane.
He completed 6. A couple of them were good throws, but let's face it, I think that's a record.
It is a record.
10 throws.
It's a record.
So, and all the injuries we had, look, I get it. Shadur wasn't in the game. Oh, dude, do you think I feel bad? No, we're on our 5th stringer.
Yeah, being on our 2nd string would have been fantastic.
But here's the point.
Yeah.
Is anybody that's watching this or listening to this, and anybody that was in that stadium, including all of us, we knew that every play was a run play.
Oh, yeah.
And they couldn't stop it.
It's crazy, actually.
They couldn't stop it. It was 3rd down and 6, 3rd down 8. We ran it. That's what impressed me is our linemen just were more physical. We just beat them up with all the injuries that we had. Many of our skilled players either out or injured. And even though everybody knew we were going to run the ball, that impressed me the most of anything. We just did it.
It was the fastest game I think I've ever been to. When we left the stadium and we're walking to the car, I looked at my watch and it was like 4 p.m. and I'm going, wait, what time did the game start? The game was like less than 3 hours.
Well, yeah, when you run every single play.
It was so
the
fast.
clock runs. I turned to him at right before halftime. It's 1 hour. The first half took 1 hour.
It happens when you just run the ball, but they couldn't stop us. Now I'm going to throw out some props. You can tell that Travis Hunter is really good. Okay, the guy's talented.
He's unbelievable.
Joe, is it Joe Horn? No.
That's the
Horn Jr.
I don't know what's his first name. I looked it up.
Gosh dang it.
Horn
Jr.
He returns the kickoff.
And I got to say that watching Shiloh, he looked okay. He looked good. Okay, I can see the talent there.
Yeah.
But like in all sports, it's a team game, particularly football.
Yeah.
And our team was better than Colorado. And boom, we won. And I'm going to enjoy every second of it after all the stuff that we went through.
Well, I think going into it.
And can I just add this? Then I'm done.
I'll just kind of hold off.
Let him
cook, baby. Let me go. And this is in honor of, well, maybe you've seen the comments that Coach Sanders gave. He has a T-shirt. You can order it if you'd like. He says, we aren't hard to find. And my comment to that is simply, yeah, they're not hard to find. They were the last in the league. So if you want to find them, go right to
all the way to the bottom.
Worst team in the Pac-12. There you'll find them. There you go.
The okay, you good?
It's true. You done?
That's fact.
I mean, it was going into the game when you find out on Wednesday night that we're down to our 5th string quarterback. I had to fight depression off so that I could enjoy my Thanksgiving. I mean, I'm not kidding. It was Wednesday night at like 11 o'clock. I start reading all the Twitter stuff and I'm just going, are you freaking kidding me? As if this season couldn't get any worse. Fortunately, Reed played and Bishop played. That was really nice to have on defense. And I'm with you. I mean, it was great. Good way to end the year. We should have beat them. Utah's a better, more physical team. And you're right. I mean, everyone in the stadium knew what was coming.
Mm-hmm.
And our offensive line just said, we're just going to out physical you. And I got to give a ton of credit to Glover and Jaquindon Jackson. They ran so physical. I loved Jaquindon Jackson on that game. Every single play, he just run people over, get up, and just chirp.
He was chirping.
And it was the best game Glover's had as a Ute by a mile. He had a couple of moves that just
jocks are still laying on
the field
right
still. He looked incredible. And if he can continue that trajectory into next year, I love it. And then Batari, I mean, he was what he was. The guy hasn't played a snap of D1 football ever. Comes in. He made a couple of huge throws, 2 4th down conversions that led to points. So those sorts of things. But, I saw a lot of people complaining, open it up, Ludwig. And I'm going, what are you talking about?
He couldn't open it up.
He couldn't open. The guy he wasn't taking first team reps all season.
Last week or whatever it was. That's it.
And then he finds out 3 days before the game, hey, you're the starter. So yeah, we're going to run the ball 100,000 times. We're going to rush for 260 plus yards. He went 6 of 10. And the whole point is to win the game. They took 7 minutes off the clock at the end of the game to win. That's all that mattered.
Wit ball.
It was wit ball. It was wit.
At the pinnacle. The thing is, we also have to be real, is that Utah was in the red zone, I believe it was 3 other times, and we came away with goals. 9 points.
That still bugs me.
So that game's a blowout if we just finished, and we were on the 5 like a couple of times.
What bugged me about that is
then it's over.
We had run down their throat all the way down the field, just just straight at them, all the way down the field, all the way down the field. And then as soon as we get to the 5, it was, let's get cute with it. Let's run outside with it. No, just pound it. But,
Hey,
I went, and then I'm going to echo you. It was seeing Travis Hunter in person. I gained a lot of respect for the guy. I know that, he plays both sides of the ball. An absolute freak of an athlete.
Yeah, he is.
And then, to his credit, after the game, he stayed and was signing people's autographs in the stands. I got to give him a lot of credit for that. He was very fun to watch.
made some plays.
He made some, you can just see it. There's certain guys, when you see him in person, you just say that guy's different. I remember doing it last year when Caleb Williams came. I watched him. Guy went, yeah, I can't stand the guy because he's playing for USC, but gosh, he's just different. He's just different.
I mean, the thing is,
Bo Nix is the same way.
Yeah, Bo Nix this year for sure. Watching him was the same way. I mean, Hunter had the touchdown catch, got called back because of penalties. I mean, Colorado did have some huge penalties.
The
kickoff.
The kickoff return, and it got called back.
The Hunter one was that he didn't catch it. It wasn't a penalty.
Oh, okay. Then I'm thinking I know the return one. They had a lot of penalties that brought back
return was illegal.
Huge
block,
plays.
That's the thing. If they're whining,
that one wasn't illegal.
But Colorado's the most penalized. I saw this.
Yeah.
The most penalized team in college football. So don't be surprised when they made bonehead plays at critical times, because that's their MO.
Well, and it doesn't surprise me. I mean, you can tell there's so much chirping going on, and it's like,
you lost.
Why are you chirping? You've won.
They're 1-8 in conference.
Yeah, one conference game. Anyways, I mean, we talk a lot about Batari, which give the dude credit because, again, finds out on Wednesday. But it wasn't just Batari. We had dudes more than just our quarterback that have not played a snap on the field all year long. Smith Snowden, he is 18 years old, a true freshman.
He made some plays, too.
And he made some plays. The receiver, I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name. Sorry, dude.
Hasn't caught a ball the whole year. Like this, again.
I'm going to look him up.
We're down to like third, fourth, fifth string players.
Bailey didn't play.
I guess he was sick, is what I've heard. Landon King had the most amazing one-handed catch. I'm so excited to see that guy.
I love that.
That's a big catch.
And if you're not following him on social media,
he's a blast.
He is spectacular to follow. His personality's great. And yeah, one-handed catch is great.
I hope he needs to bulk up a little bit for next year. I'm so glad we won. It was total wit ball. Just don't.
I was worried. I mean,
I know.
We let them hang around, and it almost came back to bite us.
And we left so many points on the board.
And we left points out, but hey, they only rushed for 37 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't turn the ball over, right?
Which was,
which
was massive.
Yeah.
So
Mikey Matthews had 2 catches.
Congrats, Utes, man. Victory. We'll take it. It's a W under the circumstances. Absolutely, I'll take it.
Are you kidding me?
Man,
I'll take it all day. You find me another team in college football. Any team. Well, maybe Georgia, because their schedule is such cupcake. Outside of Georgia, where you take away their top 4 quarterbacks, their top 2 running backs, their top 3 receiving threats, and half of their defense, and let's see if they end 8-4.
Yeah.
I
forgot who I saw. I
don't know.
8-4.
I mean, name anybody.
8-4.
Looking on the outside at Utah and 8-4, you can criticize it. You can make fun of it. You didn't do this. You didn't do that. I get it. No one cares. It's about the wins and losses. But anyone that understands or keeps an eye out on teams in the league, and in particular, I mean, we do. So I know who's in and out and key players. Anyone that sees what Utah had to deal with all year with the injuries, I think it's been some of the best coaching we've had. I know it hasn't been exciting at times, but you have to play with what you have and will win.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, there's some really good teams in the league, and with what we have, just couldn't keep up with them. That's how I see it.
We were kind of talking about this before we went live, but just for reference, so we ended in conference 5-4. That is the same as Oregon State and USC. USC with the Heisman winner. We have the same conference record, and we're on our 3rd, 4th, 5th string. It's coaching.
It's coaching.
It's coaching
It's
because
depth. It's coaching.
depth. I
Yeah.
mean, but
Players,
depth only goes so
coaching.
It's true.
far when you're in your fourth and fifth string. But I think it's coaching.
But
It
that
really
shows
is,
the
and
strength of our guys.
It is.
It's
It's very
amazing to me.
impressive.
So, right on. Victory.
Didn't
baby.
you guys at the beginning of the season? I said 10-2. You guys both said 9-3.
You said 9-3.
9-3 with the expectation of everybody would play.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
You know, I look at some of the games, and I think there were two games where I don't think it would have made any difference. Honestly, I think Oregon's just different. But like the Washington game, and I think the
Oregon State
game. I think those two. I don't know about Arizona. That just looked bad. But man, one game off with everything we went through.
I know. It's crazy.
What do we know about a bowl game? Do we care yet till we know?
So the rumor is we're going to be playing Maryland in the Vegas Bowl. That's what I've heard from like 5 of the predictions is Utah versus Maryland in the Vegas Bowl.
When is the Vegas Bowl?
Isn't it before Christmas? It's like the 22nd or something like that.
Yeah.
But you know, it's one of those things where it's easy to get to. It's in Allegiant Stadium. It's Vegas. People will probably go.
The destination.
23rd. It's a destination. It doesn't excite me. Maryland is Big Ten team. They played well against Michigan. I don't know really anything about them, but I don't know. We'll see who even plays.
Here's the part that you don't think much about, though, is that
let's look them up.
Is that it? The extra practices we get.
That Whit talks about that all the time.
And yeah, so the extra practice, particularly for the younger guys.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And people can heal up and stuff like that, but it's just the practice time. That's invaluable. As more reps, the better you get. And the more understanding you have of the system.
Whit talked about that. Every year he talks about it, but it's like having another spring ball. You get more development. And he says that those young guys, that's where you see a ton of that growth. And so it's super valuable to use that. And teams that don't make bowl games, they don't get those practices. It's not like they just get to go practice. You don't get them.
I mean, I'll be honest. It is a weird feeling to kind of be relieved a little bit that the season's over. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
Especially the last few years. I mean, we've been in the championship hunt the last 4 years, throw COVID out.
It is kind of weird.
And so
You're right.
It's like, but I'm kind of relieved to be done with the season just because it's been so hectic and worrisome about who's going to actually play. And I don't even know who's going to play in the bowl game, but you know.
Okay. So here's my other question I have for you. I've heard things, players who are for sure gone, enter the transfer portal, or, I mean, we did have some seniors and some, Cole Bishop walked, but he could come back. But what else do we know? I know Vele, when he didn't walk, I thought, oh, good, he's staying. But the reality was apparently he had the flu or a sickness. So that's why he didn't play and was there. And he hasn't made his decision yet, at least last I heard.
Well, he hasn't announced.
Well, yeah, I mean, announced it.
There's a number of those, though.
So what I know of a few. What do we know?
So Bills and Bishop, same boat. They and Yasmin as well. They walked, but Whittingham said just because they walk doesn't mean that they're leaving. It's if you're 50-50, walk so that you get that moment. And then if you come back, great. If not, you had the moment. Which, by the way, one quick criticism, the seniors walked with like 25 minutes before the game kicked off.
That's how they do it.
The stadium was empty. It was too bad. They should have waited till there was 8 minutes. Anyway, so Vele has not announced. The big one that we're waiting on is Keithy. Bernard as well. I hope I'm not forgetting anybody. Yeah, that number 19. I can't pronounce his last name.
Calderella.
Anyway,
he had a big catch in that game.
On the fourth down play.
So Vaughn is coming back.
Oh, yeah.
He announced yesterday.
He announced
That's
that he's
big.
coming back. So
Huge.
that's huge. The ones we know for sure who are transferring, Nate Johnson. I think
Talk about that in a second.
That was apparent. Makai Cope, he has entered the transfer portal.
He announced that today.
Fabian Marks, I guess, announced today. Those are kind of the ones that I've seen, and the ones that so Vaughn we know for sure is coming back. I feel like he's kind of the only one that we know besides Rising.
For sure. Yeah.
So there's just going to be all this news over the next few weeks. We're recording Monday night. By the time this even comes out, it could be different.
Yeah.
But
I hate this time of year because these guys come, they're part of your program, and then they leave, which is for the betterment of them. Hopefully they all go somewhere and they play. But it sucks. This is the worst part for me. These guys enter the transfer portal, and then obviously we're gonna go and get people and bring them in. But this is the hard part, because you see guys like Nate Johnson or Cope or these guys, and you go, "God, what could have been," or I don't know. It's tough though. It's
all right. So let me ask you your feelings on Nate Johnson and that whole situation before the game that gave us this. The situation, fifth stringer, Otari. So your honest feeling about that?
I wish he wouldn't have done it. The timing of it.
Yeah.
I get, why he maybe wants to transfer if he sees the writing on the wall for next year or whatever it is. He wants to go play QB somewhere. He didn't want to switch positions, whatever it is. But why couldn't you play on Saturday and then announce it on Sunday? Like, I know the transfer portal, you have to be having these conversations earlier than ever before, which is what Whittingham has talked about. So I'm sure they've been having the conversation with him. I don't know why you have to just say, okay, I'm done 3 days before the game and leave us with a fifth string guy. I didn't love that. That's just, I don't know. That's my feeling.
I feel the same way. I mean, obviously we have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. It's all speculation in our opinion. But for me, it's okay. The rumors came out on Wednesday that he wasn't playing. They get validated, and then sure enough, he announces it on Sunday. It's like you couldn't stay one more game. That again, I don't know if there's more things behind the scenes. I have no idea, but it was upsetting when you leave your team in a lurch with the fifth string guy when Barnes is out for an injury. It was upsetting to me for sure. I wish he would have played one more game. Maybe there's circumstances that are deeper than what we know, but from what I gather and what I know, it's tough to leave. You couldn't 2 more days, play the game, win the game. Everyone says best. I wish him the best of luck. Honestly, yeah. I hope he lands on his feet. I hope he lands somewhere great. He is electric. He was really fun to watch. I'm not cheering against him at all. I hope he does great things. I just think the timing was really tough for me to swallow. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, there's 2 parts to it. The first part is transferring. Yeah, he sees the writing on the wall with all the QBs we have coming on, and with Cam coming back. Yeah, he wants to play quarterback. Good for him. So transfer, I got nothing against that. And so that's fine. But yeah, as a fan, I've heard some people trying to defend it and trying to give reasons for it. And maybe there's things I don't understand. And no doubt they've been talking about it. But don't you have some loyalty to the school that gave you some money, or at least the collective, or however it works? They've given you an education, and your teammates. You're part of a team. Don't you have some loyalty to your teammates? You're a brotherhood, or you say you are. And then the fans. So you've got all these layers, and the coaches who have been, helping you, and you just say, I'm transferring, I'm out. He knows the lurch that puts us in.
Yeah, it's after, we've already gone through the whole year and everything else. I don't know.
So no,
but yeah,
I lost a little respect for it. That's all I'm saying. I liked him, but that bugged me a lot because, and sort of, if he would have played, we would have killed him.
Close. If he plays, it's not even close. He just brings that electric play.
Can he run the ball?
He would have run all over.
He would have had 300 yards himself, and he can throw the ball.
So it just put it.
It would have been fun to
watch.
watch him.
It aggravates me. That's a part of it that does. So anyway, whatever. Not happy with it.
It is. It's this crappy. I don't like this whole and transfer portal. I just don't like it.
It's the new way of college football.
It is. I don't love it.
There's no regulating it with NIL money. You know that before this season's even over, that coaches are tampering and calling dudes and going, hey, I know you're not happy there. It sucks. I hate it. I hate that this is the new college football, but there's no regulation to it. There's no governing body. It's the Wild West. People are going crazy. NIL money. I hate it. I really genuinely do. And I wish that it was like, okay, once the bowl games are over, then it's the transfer portal can open. But it's starting to happen now before the season's even over.
Yeah.
I mean, I know nobody announced it, but it wasn't just Nate Johnson. I saw a lot of dudes that were rumored to be entering the transfer portal before the season's over. First thing, the game's over. Bunch of teams. Dudes are entering.
Okay, I get it.
I hate it.
I understand it though, but play the game. For me, you should have played.
Play
So
the
that's
game.
it. So, okay, here's what I want to do. So this is right off the cuff. I want to, first thing that comes to your mind or impression, I'm going to go through every game this season.
Oh,
Okay. I'm just going to,
like a one-word answer.
not epistles about every game, not a speech, just top of the mind, what that brings back to you about that game.
Can
Okay.
I remember
Okay.
every game?
I can.
You're going to,
vividly.
okay. So
I can't look at it.
don't look, you'll be
I
cheating
tried.
on everybody.
Cheating.
Florida, Utah, we won 24-11. James.
It was amazing. That first play was awesome. And beating Florida. We beat Florida at home.
Pure joy.
I loved it.
It was great to shove it down their throat a little bit and
Yeah.
all the Florida smack talk that was, Gators by 1 million that all of their fans were saying. That
Part was great.
That was great.
Yeah, we got trolled pretty good by some podcasts out of Florida and stuff.
I wonder how they're doing right now. I wonder how they are.
They are. I saw a little clip from them the other night after
Are they okay?
Dude,
Are they
After
okay?
the Florida State game.
Honestly.
fantastic, beautiful summer night,
Yes.
and we took them out.
Our one night game.
Earthquake. That's the one word for that.
Yeah,
is-
in our
is
little
the-
stadium.
the li-
That's
Yeah, little
Forgot about
stadium.
that. Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Baylor, Utah, 2013. We won.
Ugliest win of the year. But we won. I wasn't there, but it was hot as
You could
Two.
feel the heat through the TV.
honestly.
Surface of the sun stuff.
Worrisome. That game, it was like, what is happening? What's
Yeah.
going on? It made me worried.
No, it was ugly. It's one of those wins when after you win, you don't feel like you won.
Yeah, you kind of sit there and go, oh,
Oh gosh, we won.
Had a few of
need a
those.
cigarette.
Nate Johnson,
He saved us.
he saved
He
us.
saved us that game.
But
He actually did.
He did. So anyway, that's there you go. Weber State. We're not
Okay.
Win.
going to talk about that one. Okay. Utah, UCLA, and Rice Eccles, 7-14. We won.
I mean, defensive struggle for sure. I think they ran for what, like 13 yards that game, something crazy like that. Hey, I don't know. We won.
Electric is the word that comes to my mind. And the reason I say that is because it shocked me how into it Rice Eccles was for that game.
For a 1 o'clock kick.
Because it was like a 1:30. It was so loud. And for a game where like no points were being scored, nothing, but it still was like, it was that amazing Rice Eccles feeling. And I loved it.
First
What
play
I
was the
remember was
pick
Reed
six.
picking it off for a
Yes.
touchdown. That's
First play of the game,
just
dude.
boom, it took off.
Yes.
First
They-
play.
That's Rose too.
oh.
Yeah. The first play.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Miracle. Yeah,
that
no
was
kidding.
a great memory. Not gonna lie, that was great. Okay, then we went up to Oregon State and lost
Predictable.
7-21. Okay, but
It was predictable. I expected it. Honestly, we didn't have the dogs. Oregon State's a good team. It was there though. It was tight.
Yeah, I'm trying to even. I feel like I blocked that game out. Let down. I mean, I expected us to go up there and lose, but I was very disappointed with the way we played. But again,
okay, what I remember is correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Nate start that game?
Yeah, I think he did.
And then
and then they switched.
Barnes to me
Barnes came in.
is kind of
Barnes
the
came in.
quarterback.
That's where Barnes got blown up and had to go to the hospital.
That's right.
Was that game?
I just remember what I felt. Anyway, that's on my mind is that the quarterback situation really beat us that game. We couldn't throw the ball at all. It was
At all.
terrible.
Yeah, because the first
It
games
caught up
lead-
with us in this game.
No, even the Baylor game, the same thing.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Leading up to this game, it was all the roundabout of who's playing, who's playing,
But
who's
we
playing,
were
who's
in
playing.
it. I
Oh,
never
yeah.
felt like we were in this one.
Yeah, we could have
No.
won that game.
Yeah.
I mean, it was what 21-7 was the final.
Yeah.
And Yasmin scored a touchdown with what 4 minutes left, and then that was the end of it for
Yeah,
him.
and Barnes going to the hospital, Yasmin out for the season. It just
Yeah, okay.
Ugly.
ugly.
So Cal and Utah, 34-14.
It was actually closer than that, if you remember. It was a pretty close game for a lot of it. And Cal ended up being a pretty decent team, so it was a quality win.
Didn't Cal just beat UCLA?
Yes. Yeah, embarrassed him. By
I
the
don't
way,
remember much about that game.
I
for
don't
some reason.
either. I like
It's weird. I'm
can't
going, what the-
even
I remember. I remember it
recall
all.
that game.
It's like one of those. I just expected we should.
We
win,
scored
and we
more
didn't.
points than we expected to, I think, and then it was actually closer than it appears.
Did
and
Nate
then-
Johnson
Woo.
play that game? Because
Yes.
Barnes had been hurt. I honestly
I'm pretty sure
can't
he did.
even
I think I'm
remember anything about
freaking
that
hell.
game.
And then no, I heard that Chip Kelly is keeping his job, by the way.
I saw that today too.
What? Are you kidding me? Are they?
Unless it's just like social media rumor or whatever, but I saw the same thing that said he's
Keeping
staying
his job.
at UCLA.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess we'll see.
I don't
coaching,
care anymore. They're at the Big Ten, so I don't care.
Coaching carousel is all going nuts right now.
Coaching carousel's insane.
So
I know what's next.
Let's do it. Talk
Push
about
it.
this one.
Utah,
Push it.
USC,
Texas
on,
Mike,
Texas Mike.
34,
Turn the volume
30.
up.
Hey, Texas Mike,
Get ready.
turn up your volume.
USC, whoa, da-da-da-da-da-da. How to Western Utah. Caleb Williams, this is only a Ford. Let's go.
Best moment of the season.
That was,
It was the
is
best
the field
moment.
goal. Oh, it's just so wonderful.
Barnes,
the thrill of
balled.
victory.
The thrill of victory. And you know, we have a video on our Instagram. If you haven't seen it, look it up.
You're the only person left that hasn't seen it, I guess.
I
'cause-
watch it like at least, a couple times a week because it just brings me so much joy.
Game shouldn't have been like that, though. We had the lead. We
I know.
choked almost.
the punt.
That's what I'm
gave
remembering.
it
is,
back
Are you
to
kidding
him.
me?
Uh-huh. That's Vaki's breakout game. Was that game?
Oh, Vaki, yes.
Yeah, Vaki,
Oh,
fantastic.
Texas Mike.
I'll
You're,
send it to you.
you're
I'll send
wrong.
it to
There's
you,
a
buddy.
lot of people watching that video. And
Watch it.
we beat the Heisman winner in the Coliseum with our fourth string quarterback, a guy who converted to running back just for that game.
Yeah, that's
So
where she
great.
goes.
You know who we are. You know what we're about, Texas Mike. We love you, buddy.
Okay.
It's
Oh,
the highlight of our season, Texas Mike. We have to talk all about it. I mean,
beating SC is always a highlight.
Oh, so
And it-
great.
Not always, but in this season it was.
It always is. It's
It
just
was last year too.
it's been going on for so long now. It's just
Shoot, I forget.
it's normal.
So many seasons in a row.
Oh.
Oh, that's aggressive.
What do we got?
Texas Mike, you can't say that.
BYU fans are
No.
not right.
Are you kidding me?
The team that shall not be named.
Who? Who?
Who? I don't
You
even
can't
know.
see
You
what the
ever heard of
glass
him?
is. Oh,
I
yeah.
don't know who he's talking
I
about.
don't know. either.
Gary can't even see what you're saying.
These babies.
How dark are they?
I could have watched the clips in these babies.
They look really dark. I can't see your eyes.
anything.
They're pretty sweet.
It's okay. Oh, all right. Here we are. Oregon, Utah. Do I need to refresh the score? I
go to the
need
next? Go to the next.
35-6.
No, talk about that
No,
game.
we got to talk.
Honestly, watching
Man up.
I left that game just being blown away by Oregon and how fantastic they played.
Yeah.
Bo Nix didn't miss
No,
the
they were
whole
the-
game.
They were the best team I watched all year by a mile. They were ready.
It blew the crap out of us. So that's all I got to say.
Blowout.
Bottom line.
That one was painful. Hey, but respect
From
to
the
them.
moment the ball was kicked off.
no,
almost.
almost. They had a delay of game, and I was like, "Let's go!" And that was the end.
We have something to
Let's
cheer
go!
about. And,
I think that was our last cheer.
And that was last time I cheered for the whole day.
They've
and
dominated.
it was
us.
done.
Good grief. Oh, okay. Then we followed up with a 55-3 against Anus U.
Lows and the highs, week after week.
That is a blowout.
That was a blowout. I was really surprised by that effort.
Yeah.
That effort said a lot about the team, though, because it would have been really easy to come back flat against Anus U. They did. And they kicked the crap out of them, which was
That was fantastic.
fun.
That felt great.
I needed it for my mental health at that point of the season, if I'm being really honest.
Then we went up to Washington, 28-35 Washington. Basically a touchdown.
That one's probably my most painful loss right there because it was there. It was there. The first half, I went, holy crap. And then we did nothing in the second half.
Yeah.
We should have won that game.
That game hurts way worse to me than Oregon because we could have beat them. Now, who knows what the heck is going to happen.
Could have, would have, should have. But
we kept it so close and we had our chances. We couldn't do it. And it was so frustrating and painful.
Well, even if we play near what we played in the first half, we win the game.
Yeah.
It was there. What did we allow their offense? What did we say? 11 points in the second half is all?
It's the tale of two halves.
We didn't score and we didn't do anything.
And we didn't score.
We didn't do anything.
It was that.
Yeah.
To me, it was just so disappointing because we played so good and dominated. We just needed to maintain some of that, and it's there. But hey, props. Washington wins. They find ways to win.
12-0. Good for them.
Arizona 42, Utah 18.
I don't know. Similarly,
Out there in the desert.
Similarly to the Oregon State game, I kind of went into that game not feeling great about it. And then you find out right before the game that more guys are out with illness and sickness and all the crap that went along with that. And then it was over by the end of the first quarter. By the time we turned it on, it was over.
I feel like that was the game where we just looked defeated. The whole season had caught up to us. We lose our 4 defensive stars right before the game. It just, it was crap.
Yeah, that's all that stuff. So I won't mention it, but it's one of those games where you can't trust the stats because you remember we went over the stats. We dominated
equal.
Much of the statistics.
Yeah.
Yet it doesn't reveal the fact that they pretty much dominated us. Now, they scored a touchdown off of a punt, and the dude threw a ball in the last minute of the game. So there's 14 points that should have come off. Doesn't look quite as bad.
Hey, credit to them.
Hey, but they scored. Score is what it is. It's just we were never in that game.
Did you see that their coach is likely signing one of the biggest extensions and probably the biggest extension
at Arizona?
How does Arizona have any money? Don't you remember how they lost $200 million or something in their budget? Like how are they keeping him?
I have no idea, but they need to keep him because he has done some impressive stuff at Arizona.
And by the way, did you know that Arizona had fans?
No, but they've come out of the woodwork.
They've come out of the woodwork.
Which I'll just say this real quick. The best season they've had in, I don't even know what, 12 years is 1 win higher than what Utah was this year at like our depression. So just keep that in mind. You're a basketball school, so chill the freak out.
Hey, basketball's starting, so
hey,
you have something to cheer for.
Yeah.
They'll kill us.
They'll kill.
Which, hey, Utah's playing right now, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's right.
Anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
Right.
And then it's true. I've had a couple of people. Hey, follow me on Twitter. It's Gary at Gary Utah. Follow me. Come on, people.
Follow me. Bryn, Utah.
I don't know.
Bryn, Utah. Gary, Utah.
Something James. I don't know. I don't know.
Utah Football Fans Podcast on Twitter.
Yep. All right, last one.
I was just going to say, though, we've beat them 6 in a row, Arizona.
Yeah.
And we went in there with half a team. So calm down. Congratulations. Good for you. Give them
You're
props.
You're on the right path. I will give you credit.
Parker, that's a big accounting error.
Let's
I don't
see
know
where it
how
goes.
you all of a sudden misplace
What?
that many millions of dollars.
He said it was an accounting error. That's like
it's easily done.
That's the IRS.
He must have worked for the United States government.
Yeah, they go, oh, we lost $2 trillion. I don't know.
Where'd that money go?
Who
I don't know.
cares?
The Defense Department. I
Goodness
don't know. We've been
gracious.
audited every year. We don't know what happened.
Any more you want to say about Colorado, Utah?
Relief.
The thrill of victory again.
Relief.
Yeah, perfect. Relief.
Texas Mike, you love following us on Twitter. We're a delight.
Pac12 Championship game is this Friday.
Friday.
What are you thinking? Who's winning and why?
I mean, I'm thinking Oregon's going to win. That's my first reaction. However, if Washington somehow pulls it off, I won't really be surprised. I feel like Washington has a tendency to play to the level of their opponent. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And so if they're going to have to step up and play to the level of Oregon, but I do give the edge to Oregon. I just think the way Oregon's playing right now, I think they're going to go in there and beat them, but I won't be surprised if Washington pulls it out somehow.
Parker, Oregon by 20. That's a lot. I think it's Oregon by double digits. The line right now I just checked is Oregon 9.5.
Oh,
So
man.
that's a big number. But I think that's about right. I think Oregon is
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
They're not going to have the same stupid coaching errors that they did. It's a neutral field. Duck fans are going to be there in numbers. And Oregon's playing some of the best football of anybody in the country right now. Honestly, I watched a lot of football over the weekend, and I would put Oregon against any of them right now. But I'm with you. Would I be shocked if Washington wins this? No, not with Penix throwing the ball. They tend to bring their level up, but I just think Oregon's too much. They have one of the best defenses, one of the best offenses. They have a top 10 defense and a top 10 offense. The only other team in college football that has that is Georgia. That's it.
Is Penix hurt though?
That's my question.
You
When he
know-
had his head in whatever it was, and they put that hoodie over him,
It's
that
weird.
coat, and they kind of
Ushered
escorted
him out,
him off.
so
That
no one
was-
touched him.
Yeah,
I mean, I've
that
seen
was more than he didn't
rumors.
want to see the field goal. Something was going.
Yeah. Is he sick? Is he hurt? I don't know.
I haven't heard anything.
I mean, I've
And
heard
I don't think he
rumors,
will.
but again, it's social media rumors
What,
about
his ribs?
broken ribs.
That's what I've heard too.
Yeah, but nothing official. That's what I'm wondering.
I don't know. It's like I hope he's healthy because I want to see the best against the best. And these two teams are
They're the best in the league.
amazing teams. So I hope he's not hurt because I want to see his best against Oregon's best.
Agreed.
I pick Oregon. I just think, they're more balanced. Excellent O, excellent D. They're balanced. Well, and watching them tear up Oregon State
That was fun.
methodically in the way
That was
they
fun.
pass and run. They can control clock. I mean, I don't know. It's I'd be surprised if they didn't win it. So I think we're all on board. But hey, Penix,
He's a game changer.
Odunze,
This
I
is
forget the other dude. I'm telling you what, I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised either. But
That's it.
I think Oregon's on a mission on this one.
I mean,
They are.
is anybody going? Anyone in the chat? We do have some tickets available if anyone is interested in purchasing them. I'm actually surprised in just watching the ticket sales that there is a lot of
It's
tickets
shocking.
available. Like, why are people not going? This is essentially a playoff game,
It is a playoff. The winner goes to the playoff.
right?
And then we'll get to it. In my opinion, the winning quarterback puts
Wins
themselves
the Heisman.
in the driver's seat for the Heisman, in my opinion. I don't know. It's crazy to me. I'm really surprised. I thought that the demand would be there, and maybe people are trying to figure out travel plans. I don't know. But
So we have
how many?
we have tickets.
Four?
Maybe we'll give you a deal if you contact us.
Anybody but you, Texas Mike. Double the price.
Seriously, we've
You
got
live in
how many
Vegas,
tickets?
dude.
How many
I
tickets?
know,
we got?
Texas Mike. Are you going?
Are you going? You live in Vegas.
Because
I'm not going. These two are going.
We're gonna go.
We got 6 extra tickets willing to sell.
We have 6 or 7. Yeah. That's the thing is, I feel like Utah's not playing, but at the same time, I have the chance to go watch these two playoff caliber teams play each other in the last Pac12 championship game.
That's gonna be fun.
We're going to jump on it and we're going to go. So we do have about 7 tickets available. So DM us, get in touch with us. We'll sell it to you without all of the stupid fees that are all over the resale
It's the
sites.
fees,
It's
man.
a lot of money.
I tried to
Shay.
buy a $20 ticket to a hockey game.
It's such a joke.
Ended up being like $38. So avoid all that and let us know.
Texas Mike, why are you not going?
Dude,
You live there.
Oh well.
just
anyways,
go enjoy.
I know that's the thing. I'm actually excited to go to a game where I'm not so nervous that I feel like I want to puke like I did
Fall off
last
the
year.
banister like you did last year practically.
Yeah, I passed out, fell out of my seat. I cried during that game. All the
Did
good
you cry?
things. Yeah.
You did?
When I fell out of my seat when we got the pick 6.
The pick. Was
It
it
wa-
pick 6?
When we got the pick, I did. I cried. It was all the emotion.
Are you the kind of person that would cry if you met a famous person?
No way.
Is that up your alley?
Not cry.
No.
I had an experience at a Backstreet Boys concert where I
Oh,
I
my
freaked out.
gosh.
This is so embarrassing.
Let's hear it.
Actually, I think I may have cried.
As a grown up too. You weren't like 17.
Oh no, this was a few years ago.
Rand,
what can
I'm
I
so
say?
disappointed in that.
If I met Reggie Bush, I'd probably cry.
Me too. Actually, I take it back.
Okay.
When Wendy was there, Wendy, did I cry? I think I cried. I lunged at the Backstreet Boys.
They're 58 years old.
I know, and then I almost passed out.
They can't dance anymore.
Yes, they can.
No, they can't.
Yes, they can.
They got little perfect little beards and stuff. It's hairlines are perfect. It's a joke. Are you kidding me?
I was back to being a high schooler, and I lunged at him. It was great.
Okay, what is that?
Yeah, James cried.
I didn't cry when he made
When
that
Hubert
catch.
picked
I
it.
lost my freaking mind though.
I did.
I lost my
I
mind.
fell out of
it
the
was
chair. I
beautiful.
cried.
I almost
I think
passed
I
out.
cried maybe. When Yasmin ran it in,
When
he blasted through everybody, yeah, I might have a tear or two. When
didn't
that
cry,
victory
but
was
man.
sealed.
Tony, you're talking about the wrong boy band. How
Oh,
dare you?
you come in here and you try and talk trash, and then you
How
have the
dare
wrong
What did he mess up?
boy band. Everyone knows
I wouldn't
that's
know.
In Sync.
He's bringing up InSync.
Come on, she's talking Backstreet Boys.
What's the
dude.
difference? Honestly, what's the difference between any of them?
Gary, there's such
Gary,
a
there's
difference.
a
I can't.
difference.
We don't have time for me to explain it to
All
you.
right, we're going overtime. Let's go.
No, we're good. Okay, just
question.
real quick, let's talk about some of the big games over the weekend. Your thoughts with Michigan, Ohio State. Impressed?
Who called it?
Yeah, you did pick Michigan.
Put a little gold
Michigan.
star and stick on your forehead. Then
Thank you.
I
will.
Were you impressed? I mean, what do you just?
Yeah,
quickly.
I was. It was the kind of the game I expected it to be. Michigan's just a more physical team. Like Ryan Day's,
They made a couple of mistakes. That's why
they made
lost.
some mistakes. I'm very unimpressed by the Ohio State quarterback. What's his name?
He played
Make
pretty.
something.
He played pretty.
You're unimpressed with him?
Yeah.
He
Isn't it
played pretty
McCord?
good, other than a couple of mistakes.
McCord, is that?
I
who it
guess
is?
when you're
McCord.
coming from watching CJ Stroud to anybody,
Okay.
okay.
Well, yeah.
But it's just Michigan just was the more physical team. Their defense is very impressive. So I'll eat crow. I kind of talked a little bit of trash about Michigan. They hadn't played anybody. Hey, they took it to Ohio State. Good for them.
What about Bama Auburn?
What? Why?
How?
It's such a joke.
How?
Coaches can really blow it for you.
It's 4th and goal from the
31
31 yard. All
3-1, 31.
31.
I wasn't watching it. I kept refreshing it.
I was
on
watching
my
going, this
phone,
baby's over.
and I'm going, wait.
Nick Saban's having a coronary.
I'm looking at, and I'm like, 4th and goal on the 31. I couldn't figure out what was going on. And actually, we were listening to Bill and Scott Mitchell on the post game, and they said, they're like, oh, well, Alabama just scored.
I
Oh,
watched
it's
it. And
so obnoxious.
there's so many things that bug me about it. They rushed 2. So dumb. Bring at least 4
The
guys.
whole game they've been putting pressure.
You put pressure. You speed up the process. Everyone knows that. That's why it's got a cap on it. Everyone knows that. Okay. And then how the defender gets turned around and isn't
One dude.
look at the ball and go, it's coming this way. We win. I can't believe it.
I'll give props to the throw.
Great
and
throw.
props to the catch.
Great
Unbelievable,
catch.
but it should never have
It should
happened.
never,
You
ever,
rush the
ever
guy,
have
make him
happened.
get the ball out of his hands. Choke a ram. I would have.
I know.
Can you imagine losing like that? I think I would have.
No. I would have driven off a cliff
That would have been so ugly.
on my way home.
Okay.
I would have driven straight off I-215.
If you're an Auburn fan,
If I was an Auburn fan, that would have been the end. I couldn't.
so gross.
You think I could have gone to work the next week?
Florida State, Florida.
Florida's not good.
Florida is so dumb.
Yeah, but
I didn't
Florida
watch any
choked
of it,
too.
though.
That's the thing. It's
choke.
like they choked.
These penalties they took and
That's the-
stupid stuff.
It's the undisciplined. I'm just going, what are you guys?
Same thing. They
doing?
had it. They had it.
Yeah, they should have won that game. At home, against a rival, and just undisciplined, stupid stuff cost them the game.
Yeah.
Oh, my bling got entangled there.
Okay.
Got to clear that up. Got to clear that gold up. Those
Tangled up
diamonds.
in.
Okay, up this weekend, Georgia, Bama. Prediction. It's big.
Please, Georgia.
So you say
Please.
Georgia?
She's saying, please, Georgia.
I'm saying, please, Georgia.
Because if Bama wins,
I
both teams are making the playoff.
Mm.
Oh, you think the committee?
Okay, just who do you
No,
think?
no. Let me have my moment.
No.
Dictator Gary. Georgia's lost one game in like 3 years. If they lose this game, the committee's not going to drop them all the way to 5th. They'll drop them to 4th, and they'll stick Bama in there because they'll be like, oh, and there's 2 SEC teams in there. I'm just saying.
Maybe. I wouldn't be surprised.
So I'm with Brent.
but-
Please, Georgia. I have no idea. I have no idea how good Georgia is. They've had moments where they've looked incredible, and then other games they look subpar.
I think Georgia will beat them.
I think Georgia
mean,
wins, though.
The fact that Alabama, you had to beat Auburn on the last second. Now I get it's a rivalry game. Rivalry stuff is weird, but Georgia Alabama's a rivalry too. So
Should be a good
they
game.
should win. But could I see it happening where Bama goes in there and wins? Yeah.
Georgia wins. There you got it.
Okay.
If I had to put money on it, I'd put money on
Let me
Georgia winning.
Where's it being played?
Isn't it? It's in Atlanta. What's happening?
What's up?
No,
Did we go offline?
I don't know.
Anyway, ignore that.
Hopefully not.
We don't know, Rose.
Are we back?
The video.
They can hear us.
Our,
All right.
The camera light is off.
Something wrong?
Oh no. All
Anyway,
right. Well,
They can hear us.
you can hear us, but I think our
What happened
video
to the camera.
our video has gone out. We'll try and figure that out. We'll just quickly go through these. So, who's your Heisman pick right now?
Okay, so for me, it's very easy. It's Bo Nix.
Carol virus. All the bling caused a malfunction.
Oh, I'm back on. I see myself.
Yay! It's back. Wait,
There.
it's flashing though.
Yeah.
The light is flashing. Producer,
Flashing.
Producer.
where's the producer?
See what happens? We talk about Alabama. No kidding.
That's exactly what happens.
Okay.
Anyways,
So
Heisman.
it's coming down to.
The video's here, but that red light's still flashing.
I don't know what's going on. We got you. It's everyone's talk is Daniels, Nix, Penix. I'm sorry, but if your team has lost 3 games, I know it's an individual. I get it, but you're the quarterback of the team. Your team has lost 3 games, and you're not in your championship game. I'm sorry, you've been eliminated from the contest. He has had a great year. I am blown away after watching that guy play at Arizona State. And then he transfers to LSU, and I kind of was like, and then he's done what he's done. Shocked. He's looked great. For me, it's Bo Nix, number 1, and then Penix 2, Daniels 2, right there. But I'd give it to Bo Nix if I had a vote, which I don't.
I would say, personally, I mean, this game might have a big factor in it on Friday. However, I think Daniels is going to win it.
You think that the SEC bias is going to get?
I saw his stats today compared to Joe Burrow when he won it, and he had his stats total and just everything was unbelievable. And
Our video's out again. Sorry.
Sorry, we'll just keep talking.
what's going on here?
I don't know. That's what happens when you're
Okay,
live
well,
streaming.
maybe
Well, I just think,
live streaming is this way.
yeah, I think if you don't give it to Bo Nix, I think it's a huge disappointment. Huge disappointment. With Daniels, if Daniels wins, which I agree with you, Gary, I just feel like a lot of the media, like you're hearing everyone talk about Daniels for the last 2 weeks. I feel like they're trying to
Push it.
and get him there, but we'll see what happens in the championship on Friday. But camera's back, but it's flashing, so I don't know. It should be Bo Nix. Okay, really quick, who do you think would be in the playoffs right now? If you had to choose right now, James.
So I would put. Oh man, it's Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, and I don't even know the 4th.
Florida State?
No,
But what if they're undefeated? How do you not put them in there if they who's the other one you're going to put in?
Ohio State's out for me. I just think the loss took them out. Texas, maybe. Texas only has 1 loss. If Texas wins the conference championship, maybe Texas gets in with 1 loss. I would love that.
With this year, when there's so many good teams, you can't have 2 from the same conference. I think that would be garbage.
Okay, to recap, because we're back now. I'm with you, Bryn. Is that 2 teams from the same conference should not make it this year? Okay, there's too many good teams. There's too many quality teams. There's too many Big Ten, Pac-12, SEC. There's just too many teams that every team should have, or every conference should have one representative. The conference champion should be in. That's only fair.
I think it'll be garbage if they put 2 from the same conference in. So
also, congratulations to Oklahoma State for making it to the Big 12 championship game. I'm not sure how that all happened and transpired. Don't really care. I just saw that somehow they won in overtime, double overtime, and it brought me a whole lot of joy. So congratulations. I hope you beat Texas.
All right, we're going to get out of here because technical issues, blah, 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 blah. But hey, if you're going to be in Vegas, come say hi. If you see us, if you need tickets, let us know. Make sure you're subscribed and following and like the video and share it with your friends. And we're not going to go anywhere. We're going to do stuff during the off season. So of course, make sure you are following along.
There's a lot of bowl games coming up. We'll be back.
Bowl games, playoffs, national championship, all that good stuff. Gary's back. Cowboy Gary.
You got to put the glasses on to sign out.
Prime Gary. Go Utes, huh?
Go Utes. All right.
Streamed on. There's some of the comments.
You guys are great. We love you. Thanks
Stay
for
tuned.
joining.
We'll keep doing stuff.
Go Utes.
We done?
I mean, it's still going. Hi, everybody.
You didn't click it. We're still here.
I don't have my headphones.